How'd you get Pikachu onto a bus? Get him a bus ticket. So my dad said I'd never be a comedian because I'm too dry. So I took a shower. Really showed him. Did you guys hear about the Edge? Bono couldn't get in touch with the Edge, so because he only had E on his phone. The reason why that's funny is because E is the Edge on the phone, and you can never contact anyone because the messages don't come through. That's why it's hilarious. So I'm from Adelaide, a place in Australia. My name is Steve. It's Stephen for short. I really like the font Comic Sans. I think it's a really underrated font. Some say it's quite amateurish, but I think it just speaks professionalism. Here's an impression of Uri Geller.
Ten out of 10.
Just worked really hard for that joke. Just bring a spoon with me before I came out here. So, did you guys hear about Gandalf? Why did Gandalf have to close his business? He just couldn't find the staff. You know, like staffs. You know? One time I was in the desert and I saw a koala. And I said, "What are you doing here?" "It's New Zealand." One time I was in the supermarket getting some scuba diving equipment. Might have run out. Funny thing about that is scuba diving equipment doesn't run out. So the other time I was in the supermarket, I came across a guy who looked like a wizard. And I was like, "Holy shit, are you a wizard?" And then he said, "Why, yes, thanks for noticing. No one ever notices." So I said, "What's your name there, wizard guy?" He said, "Well, you probably heard of me. My name is Gandalf." So I've never heard of you before. I don't know who you are. So I said, "What'd you do now, Gandalf? Now your movies are dried up?" So he said, "I'm a driving instructor. Flexible hours, you know. Work when you want. Doesn't have a university education or anything, so from a child he was a wizard, you know. Didn't go to school or anything. Lots of hobbit friends." And so I said, "Well, what do you do now if you have a student that's very unlikely to pass their test?" He said, "Well, I'm going to have to say, you shall not pass." So, because you can tell I'm very charismatic. This is the one thing people pick up from my comedy gigs. Just brimming with enthusiasm. Thinking about God the other day. It's just dog backwards. Wow. What a great crowd here. So many people. Never seen a place so busy before. So, did you guys hear about Enrique Iglesias?
Yes.
It's a hero. Many people say that he was overshadowed by his dad, Julio, spelt with a J, not H, not like hula hoops. Gonna descend into. I haven't done this since the outbreak and the allegations, but I thought it's part of my set, so I got to stay true to it. This poem is called Earth. It's a very good poem. It means a lot. What about sunrise? What about rain? What about all the things they said we were to gain? What about killing fields? Is there a time? Did you ever stop to notice crying earth there was before? Did you ever stop to notice it's crying earth in store? I once applied for Australian X Factor. So a lot of my gigs tend to end on a note about philosophical life. So here it goes. If you're ever in the supermarket, you gotta look out for guys that look like wizards. Especially if they're looking for scuba diving equipment. Can you imagine a wizard getting scuba diving equipment? Beards everywhere, it's all wet. So I'm going to try and unwrap lastly a phenomenon. Dr. Pepper. What is that? What does it taste like? Tastes like nothing, right? Tastes like Dr. Pepper. Was it made by a doctor? Got me challenging on many things about actually doctors, you know? Are they even real? Like Dr. Dre? I don't think he was a doctor. Alright guys, I think this is a really nice time to end up my gig. Got a plane to catch, so it's pretty early, so thanks for being a beautiful audience. I'm gonna go now. I'm really bad with microphones. Everyone laughs at me when I can't work it, but it's not part of the act. Alright.